Yes. So currently I am looking for gold to buy. It is November 24th at 5 p.m. on a Monday. And yeah, price opened up today and gave us a good move up. I think price is going to buy up to 4,239. And the reason why I think that is because, look at it. No, I'm joking. But previously we got an indication above this level. So above 4,000 and 48. Price ended up buying up to 4,140 and made a small pullback, made a new high in the market. This new high in the market, I think price is headed towards that direction. And we have a lot of clues that we can break down here. For one, price was in a no trade zone before, and price was picking up with higher lows, and it was building up. And then we finally got that push out, breaking above this level. This level that we have here is a level where sellers are sitting. So as you can see here, sellers are sitting at this level, and price ended up breaking above that level, which makes this bullish until price finds a new level of sellers. First, price had a reaction here, so this meant that there was a small amount of sellers here, but buyers ended up having more momentum than the sellers and ended up pushing and making a new high. So essentially, we made a higher low. From here, price made this new high and started to go on a bigger correction. Now, this is just telling us that there were sellers that were strong sitting at this level and they pushed price back down. This doesn't mean that price was bearish, but this just means that sellers had a lot of pressure sitting at this level and now they're using it to push price down. Price then comes back to the original area that it broke out. Once again, I don't teach break and retest because it broke out and retested now and it still went below this level. So this retest would have just set you up for failure. All right. So once again, just follow along with the price action and market structure. With this being said, price ended up pulling back, giving us a full pullback all the way to here. Now, the reason why I state this as a pullback is because price made a new high. The fact that it sold off is fairly okay because all this momentum came from down here in the first place. So if price chose to come back to here and like wanted to come back to this level, it can. Now, where it went wrong or where you can see that the correction is over is this. Notice how here when price bought up and made a support level here. This is a higher low. This is telling us that buyers ended up coming back into the market and pushing with full force. Sellers tried to push price down, struggled, and then price ended up getting bought up from that level. So that makes that a higher low, right? So with that being said, price gets to this level, sells off, and ends up breaking that higher low, which then this deems price to be bearish because if price is breaking higher lows, this is not bullish. So we have a correction on our hands. And the reason why we're calling it a correction now is because we can call this correction or we can call this an indication because now it's indicating us that under this level, price is looking to sell, right? Under this level, price was looking to sell, failed, right? But we're going to get into that. So as price falls down, we ended up making this level of support back at this level. Then we have a push up. Now, what I will say is if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that price actually broke above this level here. So we can see that price sold, made a high here, and then it was trickling down from there. So price did break above a high, which then this would have been an indication. So just to kind of explain that, because the 4 hour does look a little bit different, but above this level, we have this new high above here. And with all this being said, this then tells us, hey, this new high just broke above here, and this is our low down here. So our indication is whenever price is above 4,101. And that is actually where this level of buyers kicked into the market. So we know above this level, we have a new high. Anything in here, we're not trading. Even if we was, look at this. Price ends up consolidating. It doesn't go any lower than this, which this is another sign that price is becoming bullish because the supports of price is becoming higher. If you start to see the supports are becoming higher and higher, this is giving you a sign that price is looking to go bullish. This doesn't mean just buy straight away, but this is giving you a sign to be prepared because price is not looking to go any further down. So now if price is not looking any further to go down, it is going to try to find um, a source to go up. It's going to try to find a way to go up. So just keep that always in the back of your head. If you see rejections to the upside, so if you see price going up and it starts rejecting in the upside, that is price just telling you simply, hey, I can't go past this level. I can't go any higher than this. So I'm gonna look to see if I can go lower instead. Because price wants to move. Think of it in this way. Price wants to move. It has volume, it's looking to move. You just have to figure out in which direction is it willing to move. Because price is just flowing with the volume. The more money put into the assets, the more things or more orders put into the asset, that's going to make price move. So that's why it's always good to trade during New York sessions, because that's when you get the most orders for gold, at least. If you're trading anything else, just follow along with the sessions that it trades in, right? With all this being said, price ends up buying above this level. Price ends up buying above this level, which is stating to us that price is now bullish. Even above here, price is now bullish because we have a high above this level. Price ends up going to a correction. We have higher lows in the situation. Price breaks above that swing high from earlier. This is good signs that price is buying. We will put our stop loss under this level of support. And the reason why we'll do that is because we know that there are buyers sitting at this level. And we also know that buyers are getting stronger and stronger. So we know that if price was to break here, it is no longer looking to buy, right? So with all this being said, then you ask yourself, where's your entry? Your entry can come from price breaking above that 1 hour level here and giving us that indication. So your price point or the entry that you have will always come from the initial breakout area. For people that don't know, ICC will answer all your questions. The indication is showing you from this level, it will go from this to this level. So this is showing you that price is bullish above this level. So you're only going to trade when price becomes bullish for that level. So if price hasn't broken above this level yet, it's not bullish yet. The moment it breaks, that's when you know, okay, price is becoming bullish. The volume is what's going to push it. Do not be scared to get into a trade. Do not be scared to get into a position due to the fact that where you like, but what if it goes back down? If price is showing you, hey, we got a high above this level, we got higher levels of support, we got a new high in the market, take those clues and just go with it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you make money. Stop being so scary of the outcome of your trade. If you have enough evidence to back up your trade or your analysis, utilize that and go with your gut. Like just go with it. A lot of people always text me and they're like, Sai, you're in a buy right now, but what happened if it drops all the way back down to here? I'm just like, then it just drops. Like I'll be okay with a loss, but with this, I don't really think that it will drop. But if it does, I'm okay with it, right? I'm okay with it. And we'll just wait for the next trade. You have 252 days out of the year, business days out of the year to place a trade. One missed trade or one losing trade is not going to hurt you. We take what happened. Okay, we did everything we could. We followed our plan. Move on to the next trade. If you lose, right? So with all this being said, all we're doing is letting price communicate with us and tell us what it wants to do. And we follow along with whatever price wants to do, right? I'm not making up anything of like, oh, I think it's going to do this. I'm just simply looking at the price, looking at what it's doing, and following along with what happens most of the time, right? Whatever price is communicating to me, that's what I'm seeing. Price made a new high, price made a level of support, the support got higher. Price is communicating to me that price is getting, or the price of gold is getting higher and higher. Price is breaking above a swing high. This is something that's bullish too as well. Price is communicating with me that, hey, it's bullish. It's bullish above 4,101. It's bullish above 4,131, right? So I'll take that. Now, Maybe it changes his mind later. Maybe it goes back on his word, right? If price says it's bullish and then it wants to change his word, I just got to accept that, right? I'll take the loss and then we move on to the next day of communication. So, with all this being said, don't make this hard on yourself. All you're doing is literally picking out what price is doing on a higher time frame. So right now I'm using the 4 hour. You can go to the 1 hour if you want. It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. A little bit of consolidation. We can see that above that consolidation, we got a big push up above here. Prices now, you see all these rejections. Price kept coming up here, rejecting, rejecting. Now price is above that level. Now price is above this high level, right? And we utilize these things because now if price stays above this high level, it's going to start making its way to these levels. So we have 4,209, and then we have 4,241. And price is going to start making its way to those because those are the next levels of sellers. Price is just looking to trade as orders. So if there's buy orders in the market, they're just looking to take it to wherever the sell orders are at, right? Wherever we get sell reactions at. So once again, don't make price action complicated. Just keep it simple. Follow along with what price is showing you it wants to do and keeping it just like that.